On another one of my mission trips, I found myself with a medical mission team in the interior regions of Panama. Now, Panama may seem to be advanced in many ways, but the indigenous people there who live deep in the mountains are ignored by the state and woefully in need of medical care. One of the missions of the Episcopal Church in Panama is to help these forgotten people. We traveled in a caravan of four-wheel drive vans and trucks with the Bishop of Panama, Bishop Julio Murray, leading us in the front car through a maze of very rough roads, which really were nothing more than ruts in the mud in and around the mountains where the people lived off the land. At one point, he stopped our caravan to greet a woman standing near her home made crudely of plywood and local stone. It was pretty much open to the outdoors, but it gave protection from the frequent rains. Bishop Murray came back to us and he announced that she insisted that we all come in for food. Now, the nearest grocery store, as far as I could tell, was over 100 miles away, and I didn't see much food around except for the chickens pecking in the yard and, of course, the many fruit trees. We tried to decline, not wanting to consume what little food the family had, but the bishop explained that it would be an insult not to stay and share whatever she provided. There were 10 of us who huddled into her home and found a place to sit around a small table. We enjoyed the respite from the sun, and the few translators we had among us helped to keep the conversation with her family going. As I looked around the room, I caught my eye on a picture of Jesus. It was one of those kind of South American type pictures of Jesus with the eyes very large. I think you know what I mean. And we could hear the stirring and banging of sounds of the preparing of food coming from the nearby room, which had a charcoal stove. I began to wonder which of the chickens I stepped over on the way into the house would soon be facing me. It didn't seem very long, though, before the food began to arrive at the table, fruit and bread and soup with hearty pieces of chicken. It was a feast for sure. All of her family, several children and relations now crowded into the room with us, many standing. And when the bishop gave the blessing, I was looking around the room at all the faces, and I thought about another meal, another feast in which the truth of what abundant life really means is revealed. My eye caught that picture of Jesus hanging on the wall. And I thought I heard in the room the truth of his words. I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall not hunger, and he who believes in me shall never thirst.